Dozens of intricate and elaborate World War I diaries will soon be accessible to the public. The wartime works of surveyor and soldier Frank Swannell will be posted this month on the Royal BC Museum website. As Stacey Ross tells us, museum staff hope viewers will help share this extraordinary work.
Sketches, descriptions, and records of lives lost.
It's not often that you get the opportunity to trace someone so precisely.
Frank Swannell was a surveyor, husband, and father, but it was his meticulous work as a diarist that reveals the harsh realities of World War I.
That's a sketch of the trench. The first big battle that he was involved in was the Battle of Festubert. 120 men were sent straight towards a machine gun. 85 of those men were wounded or killed, and Frank didn't think that was right. Yeah. And so he took the time to actually record and save the original order, the handwritten order, and put it in the book.
Frank was wounded in that same battle, hit in the helmet by shrapnel, but his severe concussion and shell shock went undiagnosed until eventually it became too much for him to bear.
By 1917, they decided that he needed to be assigned to a convalescent home and also to a military hospital.
By 1918, he was fit enough to work for a while, but would return to hospital for an extended stay.
He calls that period of his life the red screen days, because those were the screens that were placed around his bed while they tried to isolate him.
Hypnotherapy and heavy drugs did help, but with money and ongoing concern, in 1919, instead of heading home, he volunteered to go to Siberia.
Initially, it was meant to be simply a surveying job, but of course, bad luck seems to catch up with Frank again, and he's caught up in a mutiny. Some of the white Russian soldiers who are fighting with the Allies mutiny, and Frank gets shot.
5 years after his war experience began in January 1920, wounded again on a medical transport ship, he was finally on his way home to Victoria.
In the end, Frank had a good war, survived it, and left us this amazing record, these beautiful diaries that are profusely illustrated.
Swannell's War Year Diaries will soon be accessible on the Royal BC Museum and Archives website, and the public is encouraged to read and transcribe them for all to see.